Hi everyone, it's November and today I'm going to show you how we meal plan for the whole month and our grocery haul for the month as well, so come along. Okay, so what we do before we meal plan is we make a list of all of our family's favourite meals. And we sort of categorise them, so we'll have chicken dishes, beef dishes, pork dishes, sausages, and then some miscellaneous things as well, so like pizzas and so on. And it just makes the actual meal plan inside of it a lot easier to do, especially when you're doing it for a longer period of time. I know a lot of people meal plan for just a week, but we meal plan for a whole month. So this is our family's favourite meals. So over here we've got like your chicken dishes. So we've got a roast, chicken and pasta, like stuffed chicken. This is like we slice the chicken breast open and we put like a cheese spread sort of stuff in there with like garlic and herbs and things. We've got like our sausages meals, so like toad in the hole, bangers and mash, and then either mince or beef meals. So we make our own meatballs. Liam makes a really good spag bowl, fajitas, and then our miscellaneous meals. So we've got like the pies, hot dogs, crap on toast. They're for out in a rush meals, and then like pizzas, jacket potatoes, things like that. And like I say, that makes the meal plan process a lot easier, and we use that to sort of work out so that we've got a varying array of meals, and also so that we don't have the same meals like in a row, or like same dishes in a row, so we don't have chicken dish followed by another chicken dish and so on. So then what we do is we draw out a calendar for the whole month. Just a rough one because it'll be a lot of scribbling out, moving things around, so we just sort of put everything together and then we start to go along the list and drop things in. So we'll start here. This is the first, so this is today. So today we're having stuffed chicken. So we've got a chicken dish, a sausage dish, a beef dish, fish, oh no, we changed that, that's a miscellaneous. And then we'll just go along the list and we'll drop in all of our favourite meals, and then that makes all of our meals for the whole month, and they're colour coded as well, just to make it easier so you can see there's no doubles. Once we've done that, we then know what we need to buy on our food shop. So I can go along and count the chicken dishes, so however many of those there are, and whether we need chicken breasts, chicken portions, and we do that for each category. And that just makes the whole thing a lot easier. And once you've got your list of your favourite meals, you can just keep that aside somewhere and you can just go through it every month. You can add favourite meals to it. If you're getting bored of something, you can take it off and just update it each time, and then it just makes everything really, really simple. To make the meal plan a little bit easier, we always chuck a roast in on a Sunday, so that's all, the Sundays are all ready, planned. Before we've even looked at the other days of the week. We do change the roasts up, so we'll have a chicken roast, a pork, roast pork with crackling, beef, lamb and so on. But also that does mean we've got to watch where we're dropping the other meals in so that we don't clash with the meal the day before. So we don't want gammon followed by a roast pork, so we do change that up a bit. Which is why you might see it a little bit out of order. Also, we try and put meals together where we can use things more than once. So, for example, if we're having like the stuffed chicken with the garlic and herb, we might use some of that garlic and herb in mash the next day when we have bangers and mash. So it just adds a little bit of flavour, and it means things don't go to waste as well. So it's always worth looking, if you are meal planning, what you can use more than one day in a row without making your meals too samey. That garlic and herb we also use in pasta, things like that. There's lots of things that we can sort of repeat and just sort of carry it over for different days as well. So let me show you what we've bought this month on our huge grocery shop, and I'll just take you through it all and you'll see where it fits into all of those meals, so come along. So with 2 in nappies, obviously we buy those in bulk. We have got a few already, and then the same with nappies. So we've bought size 2 for Bridget and the size 5 for Paige. We always use the Tesco ones. Cushelle, that was on offer I think, so we got 16 rolls of that. I can't remember how much that is. The cats they only really eat the dry food. So we just get them 2 big bags of that, and that will last them for the month. They don't really eat a lot. The Comfort was on offer. It was just £3 a bottle, and there weren't really any good deals on washing powder this month. So we're trying the Tesco one. Give that a go. We won't use all of that through the month, but there are 5 of us to wash for. Bread and milk we buy for the first week, and then we do top-up shops for those sort of things. The pasta. We use quite a lot of pasta, but we always like to try different shapes, and it's so much cheaper to buy it in bulk like this. So this 3 kilo bag is going to last ages, and we've got 2 different ones just to give us 2 different shapes, just keep it a bit more interesting. But yeah, they last ages. This is for in the chip pan, and for frying different things. Obviously that's going to last a lot longer than a month as well. These are where most of our meals will come from. This bit here is like the bulk. So we've got the mince. We've got 4 of those, and we'll use that for things like spag bowl, homemade burgers, meatballs, and then we've got a few different meats for Sunday roast. So we've got a beef, a pork leg with the crackling, and then we've got 2 gammons. One of those will be used for like a midweek gammon meal with like gammon, eggs, chips and beans, or grilled tomatoes, and then one of those will be for a roast. And then the chicken portions we make our own homemade sort of fake KFC, which we use that for. We use that for a couple of other different meals as well. And then we've got these tortilla wraps and the fajita seasoning for when we do our own fajitas. We do that ourselves. The pork chops, we've got 3 here, so that's 1 each for me and Liam, and then the kids will eat half of one of those each. A couple of pizzas, so we've got the mozzarella and the pepperoni. So they were quite cheap, I think £1.50 each. Sausages we use quite a lot for things like toad in the hole. We cut them up and put them in pasta, different things like that. And then some vegetables. We have frozen vegetables quite a lot because they last a lot longer. We've already got some in already, but we've got peas and some cabbage this time round, but we've also got other things in the freezer already. We do buy ham for the month, but we freeze that. It freezes quite well. So we'll put 1 in the fridge and then a couple in the freezer. This cheese we make a lot of different things with. I normally mix it with this garlic puree, put in some parsley, and then a bit of grated cheddar as well, and that's nice when you're making like stuffed chicken, or it goes nice on broccoli. It helps get the kids to eat the broccoli, and it lasts quite a while as well, so we only need to buy the cheap stuff for that and then just mix stuff with it. This is for our homemade burgers. They're always good to keep in the fridge. And then we buy a big block of cheese, so that will last a week and a bit, and then when we do top-up shops we'll get more. Same with salads. I'm really the only one that eats salad, so we don't buy a huge amount of that. Broccoli, again, we get a couple in, and then we'll do top-up shops later in the month with that. Same with onions, although onions last, so we buy normally a few of those. They go in our spag bowl and things like that. We got these hot dogs. We've not tried these before, but we got these for bonfire night. We'll have some hot dogs on Saturday. And Dexter likes tinned meatballs. I think they stink horrible, but he likes them, so we'll have them on Saturday lunches. And Liam just thought he'd try that chili con carne on a jacket potato. Give it a go. Tesco ketchup we like better than Heinz actually, so we get that quite often, and same with the mayonnaise. And then these fennel seeds we got to go with the mince in our homemade meatballs. Super noodles again are really for lunches at the weekend or lunches for me and Paige. We can chuck other things in with those, but they're like a basic filler for a dinner. And then soup, again, me and the kids quite often eat soup, or if Liam's home at the weekend, we'll eat that together. And then these pasta and sauces are just good to keep in the cupboard, and they'll just bulk out a meal, or they'll do for sort of like a snack on the weekend. These jars really are for lazy days of cooking. The stuffing, obviously you need stuffing for your roast, but I also use these in the meatballs as well, because it just adds that little bit of extra flavour. I don't use a lot, just like a portion of that in there. Obviously you need flour. Porridge oats, we always buy the cheap ones of this because it's just oats. However you package it, it's just oats. But Dexter loves his porridge in the morning, so we get 2 bags of them, and we empty them into one of the big plastic tubs. And then just a couple of cheap cereals. I think these were on offer free for £2, £3, something like that. So we get a couple of different ones. We like the pillows because actually that squirrel's called Dexter. Look, if you have a look in here. But yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. We don't replace those for the month, so you know, we're not filling them up with loads of sugary stuff. Like I say, Dexter generally goes for porridge anyway. Eggs are one of the things we top up, but we do buy 15 to start the month. Give them a check. Squash, we do go for a lot of squash because I know some people don't like to give their kids squash, but we always do because otherwise they don't really drink a lot, so it helps keep them hydrated at least. Assam tea bags, we've downgraded on these since having kids. We used to only buy Twinings. Liam's a bit of a tea snob. The chocolate spread, you can never go wrong with that. Just keep it in the cupboard really. Stock cubes, we had run out of those. We've got other stock cubes in the cupboard, but we'd run out of the beef ones, so we've got some more of those. What else? Barbecue sauce, just keep in the cupboard really. We've got some shower gels, just your normal Radox shower gels. I don't really need to tell you much about that. And then obviously hand wash, magnolia and silk extracts. And then we watched one of those programs where it shows you like the comparisons of high branded stuff and the store's own brand stuff. And so just get that in focus. So yeah, the ingredients in these cheap ones are actually the same as some of the branded stuff, and it does exactly the same job. So you know, why spend extra money on the deodorants when it all does the same thing? So as you can see here, we spent £169. Oh, it was free for £3 on the cereal. So that basically is the bulk of our shop. So obviously, like you saw there, we got a lot of frozen stuff or stuff that we can freeze. Most of it was non-perishable items as well. We did get a couple of bulky items that normally boost up the shopping budget, which we don't always need to buy. So we've got quite a stock of baby wipes already, so we only bought 6 on that one. But toilet roll, washing powder, softener, that sort of thing, they're normally quite the big bulky items that we don't always need to buy if we've got some sort of left over from the previous month, or you know, when we buy it in bulk when it's on offer and so on. So that does push it up on the months that you do need to add that in. Also there's things on there that Tesco didn't have on offer, so like baked beans for example. We only buy Branston. A lot of stuff we will go cheap on, but some things you just can't. So baked beans, we buy the Branston beans, but they didn't have them on offer, or not a good enough offer. So we're gonna go somewhere else for some beans. And we do price check things like that. So if it's not a good enough deal, we'll go somewhere else and get the extra bits. Also I mentioned on there that we do top-up shops. So what we have our monthly budget, and then whatever's left after the bulk shop we will put onto Tesco gift cards, so that we can only spend money in Tesco, which stops us wasting it in other places on other things that aren't food. And it means that each week we can still go out and get bread and milk, salad, vegetables, all the fresh stuff, all the perishable bits that you need to top up regularly. So we, you know, so we can still get all the fresh veg and so on that we need for our meals as well. But the bulk of it, the main parts of the meals, like the meat and potatoes we get from a spud man round the corner every week. He's there every weekend, so we just go and buy a big sack, and they last in the cupboard as well. But yeah, so we do the big shop and then weekly shops with the gift cards, and it means we've always got meals planned for the month. We're not going to run out of ideas, and we're not going to go hungry. With 3 kids, that's quite important to us as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you've I want to say learnt from it, but no, I hope you've enjoyed it at least. And if you've got any suggestions of any other videos you'd like me to do, just drop me a message, or if you've got any questions about this one, again, just drop me a message in the comments. Like and subscribe as always, tell your friends. But yeah, so maybe I'll do another one of these, or maybe I'll do a Christmas one. Let me know if you want to see that. So yeah, so that's all for now. Bye.